I wanted also to really thank the board for giving us this opportunity. We have some of them in the back and some in the front. Thank you so much for joining us. Nawartuna. Thank you to everybody who's not familiar with the Palestinian American Community Center and for coming. Who is anyone here, like, is this your first time visiting the center? Yeah? Well, welcome. We're very happy to have you, and I hope you like what you see, and I hope you guys will start coming often. So we want to get this started off, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to go in age groups. So what we did was we split this competition into age groups. So we have 11 years old and younger. We also have 12 to 15 years old, and then we have 16 to 18 years old, and then we have 19 and above. And people were welcome to submit pieces in Arabic or in English with a minimum of 5 lines to 40 lines. We had a rubric. We had a very, very tough time judging because we had so many submissions, wonderful, wonderful pieces. We had, I think, over 7 judges maybe. And so we're gonna get the first person who actually won first place. Before I bring her up though, I wanted to tell you guys that first place gets published. So in each category, we have a first place, second place, and a third place, and honorable mentions. The first place gets published in our magazine, which is here. This is the first issue. PACC has its own literary magazine, and we have some of the editors actually here. The editor-in-chief is here, and some of the editors as well. So in the next issue, the first place piece will be published in this magazine. We also have some prizes, and we have some great snacks, which I hope you guys will help yourselves to. So let's get this night started. We have, first person is Salsabil Assaf. She's 11 years old, and she won the 11 years old and younger. She'll be really thankful.
Home is really sweet to me. It's the only place where I can put up my feet. It's a place where I hang up my coat, and a place I like to make paper boats. It's the only place I can be a little lazy and even sometimes go really crazy. Home is a place with my 2 brothers, my mom and my dad, but it wouldn't be complete without my cat. Home with no sound is like humans without ground. Sometimes I think it makes me sad because some kids in Palestine lost their dads. Some kids suffer without their mother and all they have is their sister or brother. If it's a home, a family, or a piece of cake, I hope you know it's something to appreciate. So you should be thankful for what you've got because a bunch of kids don't have a lot. And I feel like that's something that should be taught, so please be thankful for what you've got.
So we'd like to give you something. Actually, if I can get the president, please, of the board, or actually we can get Rima, please, if you would like to come. Watch the call. Good job. You do not want to try that. And you get to select what it is that you like. Thank you. Thank you very much, Salsabil. That was very beautiful. One very, very important thing I forgot to mention was actually the theme of this competition. I cannot believe I forgot to mention that. So the theme is home. I wanted people to come and write about what home is, what it feels like, where it is. Is it a place? Is it a person? Is it a feeling? And so some of the ideas that came out of these poems were just like mind-boggling, insane. You had kids that probably never even went to Palestine talk about being a refugee. You had children talk about losing a home or what home is. It's an actual physical place. Some people spoke of it as if it was a person. So I hope that tonight you'll get to listen to the different types of definitions that these young people, talented writers, have about home. The next person we have is actually the winner, the first place winner. Now I'm using the microphone. The first place winner of the the 16 to 18 years old age group, Marah Siam. Woo! She's going to read Roots Stems.
Assalamu alaikum. My poem is called Roots and Stems. Home. The right turn onto my street, the dent in our garden from my father's reckless. Home. The second mountain to the left, the sheep bells I hear at 6:39 a.m. I'm apparently of Greek descent. They don't know what lies underneath the street. We do. We have spent generations patting down the earth gently, making sure not to displace a single ant. They stomp harshly, trying to suppress almost finished revolutions. They choke on olive seeds. The sun burns the first level of their skin. We gave them a home, and they said no take backsies. But they came first. But we came first. What came first, the chicken or the Palestinian? God knows, and He knows no unfairness. But never mind that. My home is the mother that built it. After every ketla, there was guilt followed by a turkey sandwich in front of me. My home is not four walls. It is not a country. It is not something that does not cry. I've never seen my mother cry. I cry out. The arms I call home have never embraced me, but that's okay. God is not human. I don't have a home. I'm renting. I thought interest was haram. So why are children paying with their bodies? My grandma always gave me 1 shekel to buy chips, but she's gone. Her home now is storage for fridges, full of fridges that don't work, too hot to keep memories fresh. I left the oven on in it. I know where my home is, but the keys hit against his assault rifle. In one home, the enemy are squirrels. In another, the enemy are men with squirrel brains. My home is not on the ground. The stars glow as much as they can, trying to mimic. I've never seen my home, but I will. I don't have the key. It lies under my mother's feet. I hope I don't get any taller. I want to be closer to her feet. And the ground, or in the ground. Home is where the body sinks into the earth that made it. 6 feet below my mother, to the right of my grandma, and my father lowered down 2 feet at a time to the left of me. God will choose my final home.
One unit. بدنا نحط لك اياها في جريدة الحوادث.
Thank you again, Marah. Now we're going to go on to the 12 to 15 years old honorable mentions. I'd like to bring up someone that's very special to me. Riham Farhat, she's going to be reading 5.8 million.
Assalamu alaikum. My home is within my 5.8 million brothers and sisters. Together we went through hardships. We found comfort when looking at each other's eyes. Together we laughed. We laughed at the memories of our beautiful Palestine and how she ever so gracefully left a smile on the faces of every one of my Palestinian brothers and sisters. Together we cried. We cried when we felt she finally had stopped moving with the wind. We cried and cried, but she proved us wrong as she pulled through and did not let the occupiers win. She stood taller than the apartheid walls, taller than anyone else as she watched over her olive trees and its 5.8 million branches. We felt safe. Our home was within each other, underneath her watching over us, not backing down, because this was her olive tree, and she will never let anyone chop them down. For her olive tree will grow and keep growing, and she will once again stand taller and taller and taller, until her branches broke down the walls and soared higher than ever. My home was within the olive tree's 5.8 million branches.
You did a great job. I'm proud of you.
Okay, picture. 1, 2.
Okay, bring it. لازم نحكي إنه ريهام بنت زيدان. We're very, very proud of her. One of our board members here. Yes.
Okay, thank you again. I would like to bring up Nadim, who will be reading Nadim Bedouin, correct? We Embody Palestine.
Assalamu alaikum. Some people live in their homes, but our home lives within us. Every time the wind blows, the olive trees inside us sway. The olives shake, some fall, but most get back into place. Hunger makes its way to us in our daily routine. The smell of the hajjah making fresh bread by hand in the side street of a Palestinian balad overcomes us. The sun sets, and as we watch, we are transported, sent on a special airline only Palestinians have the ticket to. Transported to a beach where the kids run and play barefoot, not knowing whether they can't afford it or if they just like the way the sand feels in between their toes as they run. The footprints left in the sand, left to fade away, as the kids run home to their mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters. The shape of the foot gone, yet the memory lasts forever. Our speech is history, as we teach the world the beauty of Fallahi Arabic. We embody Palestine and give it shape. As Palestine cries, we produce its tears. As Palestine laughs, we break out our biggest smiles. We are Palestine. Though they try to make us forget, there are some things we will never forget. Palestine, our home.
Great job.
Okay, 1, 2. Right, 1, 2. What's going on?
Please help yourselves to coffee
Alright, no, I
and
didn't get it.
tea.
1 second.
Good
1, 2.
one.
Okay.
There I go. Got it. Perfect. I got it.
Thank you again, Nadine. Right now, I'd like to bring up Ala Safi, and she's going to be reading Home. Are you here, Ala? Yes.
My eyes skim the carefully carved house on the plaque hanging on my wall. The jagged script of the white words. It reads, Home Sweet Home. Many people misunderstand its meaning. They think home is a place or a person. They still have much to learn. For rather, home is in the heart, a place that stays forever with you. It is the memories and the people who have left a mark on you. It is the feeling of safety and care in a place. Home is where your laughs have happened, where you met the people who influence you, the people who have birthed you and molded you into the person you are. Ideas exchanged, gratitude expressed. Home is where the heart is. It stays when we move on, when we discover new things. It stays when we think we found a new home. The faded white paint stays plastered in my head as long as my heart beats.
Thank you, Nadine. Wait, Ala, sorry. Thank you again. I would like to, is Yusuf here by any chance? Yusuf Hadaba?
No.
No, not yet? Okay.
I was gonna say, when Shabab al-Falastini?
No, we have a lot of men that are, or boys, you know, that they sent in some poems. Soon to be men. But I guess they're a little shy, but we have some coming up. I wanted to give a special shout out actually to an English teacher? Yes. Who actually had her 2 classes, I believe, submit poems to this poetry competition. And from her alone, we had, I think, 25 submissions just from this one teacher, and I wanted to give her a special shout out. Please come up here, Fabia. 4 classes. Correction, 4 classes. We have this from PACC. Yes. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it, as well as. Come, can you say a few words? Because most of these kids are your students. Just encourage people to write more.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm not ready to say anything, but I mean, I kind of forced my students to do it. At first, they were reluctant to do it. Like I just gave them the rubric that we were given, and they actually appreciated it after they did it. A lot of them. They appreciated writing about home. It really made them think about what home means to them. Sure. And yeah, so it was, I mean, I told them not to really gear, like even though I knew it was from the Palestinian American Community Center, I told them, you know what, you don't have to gear it towards Palestine. It's just what home, definition of what home is to you. So they all appreciated it once they wrote it. But,
thank you so much for that. We need more teachers like you. Thank you. Something I want to say that while this center is called the Palestinian American Community Center, we are for everybody. So, and I'm so happy to see different types of people coming here and different faces. Some familiar and some not so familiar. So thank you again for everybody that came. We're gonna move on now to the winners of the 12 to 15 years old category. Coming in at third place is Sarah Muhammad, and she will be reading Home. Hi, Sarah.
Home. What is a home? A closed, safe place. What is a home? A place where you feel comfortable inside four walls. A home is where you find things and people to love and embrace. A home is a place where you can walk around comfortably in its halls. Your home is where you live, grow, and where you prosper. It is where you take your first breaths, first steps, and first words. It is where you be yourself, not poisoned proper. It is where you grow with your family, playing games and doing crosswords. What is the difference between a house and a home? You can call a home your own, but a house not your own. Your home is a part of you, and it develops a part in your heart. But what is the house compared to a home? A house is just another place you stay in, but a home is what you may call a part of you and in your eyes a piece of art. From the memories you have to the laughter you spread, from the meals you eat to the desserts you share, from the beginning and to the steps you still have ahead. A home is a place. A home is a place where there are always people who care. What is a home, you still ask and wonder? But where would you be without your home? Probably somewhere under the thunder. In your home, you have a feeling of safety. Somewhere away from your home, you may seem a little scared, maybe. It's a crazy world that we cannot escape. But in between the four walls we call a home, we feel free to express our ideas and feelings, not worried about what others have to say or what they may think, and especially what they think may bother you or put you in a hoodwink. A home is a special place like no other, and a place that all you need is a father, mother, sister, and a brother.
Great job. Proud of you.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you, Sada. That was amazing. Now I would like to introduce the second place winner, Aisha Mohdi, and she will read The Home I Had.
A home I had. A home I slept in. A home I ate in and found rest in. And the home I found love in is no longer. The one and only respite I had is no more than a pile of rubble, collecting dust. At dusk, we search for our things in the dust. We search for our fallen family under our walls, the walls that once stood tall, and the roof that was once held up high, are now crushing my brother's bones. In all this, because of some idiotic war, my mother was the door that welcomed us in. My siblings were the walls that defended us, and my father was the roof that watched over and protected us. They are all no longer. And I am left alone, without a family, without a home, without a family, and without a backbone. I am left vulnerable and afraid, but the warmth of our fireplace will forever be lit in our hearts, forever unextinguished.
Aisha, you did a great job. You had a lot of nice feelings with it. You were reading. Good job.
Okay, wait, 1 minute, picture. Okay, 1, 2.
Good job.
Thank you, Aisha. That was very powerful.
Yeah.
Now I would like to bring the first place winner. And this was really, really tough, guys. You have no idea how tough and how, like, it was by maybe half a point, you know, or maybe 1 point, you know. And this person is Khalil Amru, and he will be reading The Prison, which is Home. Here are our men to represent.
Home, a word carrying an immense mystery that is also a word with an extensive history, the meaning of which is yet to be found, It appears to be a word of no bounds. Could it be a place of sanctity and safety? Or could it be confinement which can drive you crazy? It could be a prison of no escape, a place where darkness and depression threatens to make you irate. But in the eyes of those lucky children, home is a place where they are able to raise their kindred. Home is a place of joyfulness and kind memories, a place where you are pushed to be exemplary. Home, however, is a prison, a place you are compelled to go to even though you did no treason. Sometimes home can appear impossible to escape, as if an invisible force was freezing you in place. But do not forget the glories of home, a place you can forever go to when you feel alone. It has its ups and its downs, but home is the one place your personality is not bound.
Come on, don't play with me. 1 second. There it is. Okay.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khalil. That was really nice. I would like, before we go on to the next age group, we had 2 people that came in a little bit late, but that's fine. If I can please have Yusuf Hadaba. He's part of the 12 to, yes. Yeah, Yusuf. He's part of the 12 to 15 years old category, and he's one of our amazing honorable mentions. He will be reading Forever My Home. Do you have your home?
Forever my home. Palestine, oh Palestine, oh how much I cherish you, my home. Women and men, people of all ages, struggling and struggling, going through stages after stages. But they will not give up, they'll stay where they belong. Rocks versus guns, but it's our character that's strong. Try to take our land, try to fight us out, but Allah is on our side, so we will win, no doubt. Palestine, my home, you are loved by many, including me. Keep fighting, and free you shall be.
Yusuf, very nice. Thank you, Yusuf, for participating. Very nice. Good job. Mabruk.
Thank you, Yusuf. That was very powerful. Now, I wanted to bring someone who wrote a poem in Arabic, someone who's very, very special to the center and who's involved in a lot of programs here that we have. Please help me in welcoming Hiba Bri'at.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. اسمحوا لي أنا I'm not that good with the microphone, so I just leave it and read without it, okay? So this poem is called أنت البلاد. أنت البلاد. هذا المساء طفل تأوه جائع. هذا المساء طفل تأوه جائعا وحنين الحاضرين حليبه وحنين الحاضرين حضن أمه وأنا والطفل تائهان. قد نكون هنا الآن، قد لا نكون. قد نكون في البلاد، قد نكون مع البلاد، قد يصير منطقيا ما أقول لو عرفنا ما البلاد. ما البلاد؟ رائحة الخبز، لذعة الزيتون، وجه فنجان القهوة، أمك، حقل الزعتر. لا يا طفلي، البلد يا صغيري سجن أكبر. ستقول بلادي محرابي، سأقول إذن أنت الصلاة. ستقول هي أرض المقدس، سأقول إذن أنت الرسالة والنبي. ستقول هي مشروع بقاء، سأقول إذن أنت الأبدية. أنت حرش السرو حين تجدب أرضها، وأنت لسان الصدق حين يكذب التاريخ، وأنت لون الليلة حين يعلو سوادها، وأنت نشيد الليل حين تمنع الموسيقى. فتعال، تعال قل لي ما البلاد؟ سرب الفراشات، أنت وحدك دربها، والشهداء يحيون بعضهم بعضا ويتعارفون. أنت التحية والهوية
والمضيف، جسر تهفهفه الرياح، وعجائز يحملن حطب الليمون إلى المدافئ المشتعلات. أنت زهر الليمون في ريعانه، والعمر قبل أن يمر على عجل، والريح تحمل غيمة وقصيدة ترنمها المزارع ليس يلزمها الجسور. فتعال تعال قل لي ما البلاد؟ ابن الجارة يلعب في فناء البيت، أنت سياج المكان وعين المشاع. غزالة أحببتها في الثانوية، أنت باللور الحب الشبق الشفاف. صباحات العيد ومواسم الحصاد، أنت الأغنيات أنت الأغنيات. تميل علي وتهمس، أنمضي إلى غدنا البعيد مثقلين بالوطن متخففين من لوازمنا الوطنية. أقول أنني لا أفهم، وأن الشاعرية من الكلام ليس يعنيني، وأني لا أؤمن إلا بلون البندق في عينيك اللوزية، وأنك حين تقول ما تقول تضيق مساحات البنفسج والعقيدة والبلاد. ثم إنك أنت وأنت تحمل قهرها أنت البلاد، أنت وأنت تبذر صدرها أنت البلاد، أنت وأنت تجبر كسرها أنت البلاد. أنا البلاد أنت البلاد نحن البلاد. تميل ثانية وتهمس، وحين نموت تموت البلاد، وحين يجدب حرش السرو ويبهت لون الليلة ويصمت نشيد الليل، وحين تضل الفراشات ويتعب الشهداء ويذبل الليمون وتمرض الأغنيات وتموت القصائد، تموت البلاد، ستبقى هذه البلاد. أقول وتذكرنا تقول البلاد لا تنسى شعراءها ولا فقراءها ولا بؤساءها. البلاد لا تنسى حتى أعداءها، لأن البلاد ذاكرة. شكرا.
You did a great job. Genuinely.
Picture.
Great job.
1, 2. That was amazing.
That was really amazing.
Guys, that was amazing. Amazing. Wow. For those of you that didn't understand what Hiba was saying, she was describing all types of definitions for a country and how you can find it in a homeland and in a person. But she said it in such a beautiful, beautiful way. Like, you could just see everything she was saying. It was amazing. Thank you, Hiba. Now we are going to be moving on to the 16 to 18 years old category. And I would like to bring up the third place winner, Hassan Sayed, and he'll be reading Home's definition. Yay, Hassan.
Thank you. Where can home be found if it's a place? Where can I go where I may see home's face? Is home a place where I feel safe, or is home where I find my space? Home is where the family meets, and not where we sit down and begin to tweet. The feeling of hate here is of the least. Home is where my mind is at peace, where all the world's troubles fade, where I am far from the world stage. I feel that I am not trapped in any cage. Home is where I feel blessed. While people overseas have no place to rest, my problems may seem nothing to their stress. So where is home, you may ask? Is it where you can remove a mask, or is it where you may say, ah, at last? It surely isn't where you find your room. It's not the things, rather it's whom. It's not you look forward to seeing it soon. So home, I can say, is a place of love where you find in each heart a small dove. Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Now we're going to be going to the second place winner, someone again special. Reem Farhat will be reading Home.
Assalamu alaikum. Home, where mother swaddles child, holds him in her arms, cries over his body. Home, you are where I live but cannot stay. I could have sworn your trees whispered goodbye when I left that summer. Home, you are the one place I want to be, the one place I cannot be. My blood seeps through your sand, livid, aching to be free. Home, we have the only long-distance relationship that has overcome walls of concrete and guns of steel. I carry pieces of you with me, on my keychain, around my wrist. Your stitches are embroidered into the fabric of my very being. Home, even though you're 1,000 miles away, I still feel your roots clutching me tightly. I just want you to know, I'm holding on too.
What can I say? We're all very proud of you, big team. Another daughter of Zaidan Reem, sorry.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much, Reem. That was very beautiful. Right now, I want to bring up actually Rania, the executive director. I want her to come say a couple of words and talk about the amazing magazine we have. Welcome, Rania, everybody, the executive director.
Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming. Again, apologies about the weather, but unfortunately we can't control that. So we're very happy that despite we postponed it, everyone came. I'm really proud of every single one of you guys. It's honestly so amazing to see so many young people coming up and spewing words that are so beautiful, and it really gives a lot of hope for our future. We also have a lot more competitions coming up, a lot of different activities. We want to see you guys more involved. Earlier, Reem and her brother, Domin, were passing out the literary magazine. This is a magazine that we started last month, and actually Reem is the editor-in-chief of it. And we have a few of our other editors, Mara and Riham. I don't think I see anyone else. And we welcome everyone to contribute in it. And thank you to the first place winners who are going to be in our magazine next issue, which is going to be released the first week of February. And if anyone is interested in getting involved in anything, we have a lot of wonderful activities, a lot of exciting things happening, and we want you to get more involved. So you can find me now, you can email us, you can call us, whatever you want to do, come back. We have a lot more competitions, also poetry competitions. We're going to try to do this regularly so that we can see you guys more often at the center. Thank you so much. Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the parents. Congratulations to the families. You guys must be very, very, very proud. Thank you. Oh wait, and last but not least, I forgot Sanat. Sanat pretty much was the one who headed this entire thing. So let's give her a loud round of applause. It got very stressful at many times because, you know, we take this responsibility very, very seriously, and she always dealt with it with a smile on her face. So please give her another round of applause.
Very nice of you. I wanted to actually announce the next theme, and I'm very, very excited to announce the next theme. The next theme will be freedom. You know, how does freedom feel? What is freedom? How do you get freedom? Do you have freedom? All that sort of stuff. So we're going to be opening that up soon. Be on the lookout on our website, which is www.paccusa.org. That's PACCUSA.org. Again, PACCUSA.org, where you can check out the rules, because we're going to add a little bit more rules next time. And we encourage everybody to apply, to submit poetry. You don't have to be in school. We have a 19 and over age group, but unfortunately some of the adults aren't as brave as the young ones, and I'm the first to admit that I'm not that brave when it comes to that. Thank you again for coming. Please enjoy the coffee and tea that we have and the snacks. Feel free to mingle, feel free to check out our center, ask us questions if you would like to know about the programs that we have here, because we have a lot of amazing programs. And we'd love to see you guys again soon. Thank you again for coming.